shit.
With our hosts, DJ Duss and Bamboo Bam. Let's go.
Oh, what's up? We're live on Shooting the Shit podcast. I'm your host, DJ Duss, and my co-host, Bamboo.
Yeah. What's good?
There's nothing good, man. I'm supposed to get vaccinated today. I was supposed to get vaccinated and stick it in Bam's face. Bam calls me, tells me he gets vaccinated and sticks it in my face when my shit got canceled.
Hey, shit happens, man. You know, somebody canceled. I jumped in. Boom. You know.
Oh.
Yeah. What's the matter, man? You all right?
Hold on a sec. Do you hear something in the background?
Me?
Yeah, I just heard. I keep hearing our show in the background. Yeah,
No.
See? No? That means it's me. I had it on YouTube background, dude. I was losing my shit. My headphones were losing my mind. I was like, yo, Dad's looking at me like I'm a fucking alien. Anyways.
See, this is what happens when you're running the show and you're acting up. Anyways, back to you not getting your vaccine. What's going on?
I don't know. What was it? Well, something the blood clot version. What was that one called again?
AstraZeneca.
Yeah, so I've been against this thing the whole way. I'm going to eventually say, fuck it, I'm going to get it. And then I finally put it online. Type in the whole fucking, how do you call it? The appointments.
Yeah.
I get mine today at 11:15. Yesterday, they're talking about taking it off the shelves. Now today, they're like, nah, fucking take it. But we're just not going to give you 2 doses of it, which is fucking scary. If they're not going to be willing to give you 2 doses of it, why the fuck should I be taking 1 dose of it, right? So, I don't know. I'm going to steer clear about that, man. Fucking let you guys all take it and see what happens, Anyways, it's all good, man. Everybody, man, like our Facebook page. You can stream all our live episodes. Comment, ask questions, be a part of the show. That's at Shooting the Shit, man. Press the like button. You can do the exact same thing on YouTube. Press the subscribe button, the notification button. It dings when we go live. That's at Shooting the Shit podcast. And that's on YouTube. Check that out. We're also on Twitch, actually. That's at STS_podcast1. I haven't checked it out on Twitch yet. We had a couple gamers on here one time following us. That was an interesting thing. It was between me and Tiggy from Australia. And there's some comments I couldn't put up, man. You can tell they were some little nerdy perverts, but whatever. It is what it is, man. After the show's all done, man, we upload on all major streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. That's at Shooting the Shit podcast 1. Yeah, no, that was a funny fucking situation, bro. I was like, ding, ding. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, we're not going to put that up.
It was like 5 o'clock in the morning here. I don't know who the hell they were, but yeah, they're probably a bunch of gamers going, who the hell was that? Anyways, we have a special guest, and we had him on here before.
Yes.
An East Coast rapper. I think they're killing the game. They have another hit single, man.
Nova Scotia.
Another hit single. I like all their songs. I'm a big fan. I got them on my playlist, man. Let's get him on here, man. Andrew Winter. Hey, what's up, Andrew? What's going on, my brother?
Yeah. What's up, boys? Nice to see you guys, man. As always, man. Always a pleasure.
Man, It's always a pleasure, man. Anytime we can shoot the shit, having a good time, man. We were here. We talked about getting you on here. We want to talk a bit about celebrity boxing and stuff like that. And I thought it was a cool topic because we've mentioned it before about celebrity boxing. Everyone has their own opinions about it. And, some of it's cool. The Jake Paul knockout was a bit of a shocker in my eyes, I went from disrespecting him to giving him some respect, straight up. I'm like that.
Don't take it too far now. Don't take it too far.
I wishy-washy sometimes. Let's say, come on, man. Whatever. We'll get into that. But yeah, you sent me a video clip that started all this, this celebrity boxing stuff. Let me just play that clip right now.
Yeah.
Logan Paul probably has about 60 pounds on me, they said.
Yeah, well, me and him are the same weight class.
Well,
I'm going out with my brother.
Yo, say what up.
Straight up.
Yo, you live, bro. Say what up.
What's up?
Say what up to Logan and all his fans. Logang.
What's up, Logan? You guys want your chain back? You guys want the impulsive chain back? Well, Logan's got to come through Aaron's brother first. We're boxing 5 rounds amateur.
That's my half brother that you guys never knew about.
Yo, that's hilarious. So when was this taken, brother?
That was about a year ago now. That's been about like a solid year now. Maybe just a little bit more than a year, a few months over, but yeah. That was in the beginning of all this shit. That's when Logan and Jake had only both fought once at that point.
Oh, yes. Now,
Logan fought KSI and Jake fought his brother, I believe.
Do
I
you
think his
not?
name's Dungy or Duzzy.
Do you notice that there's a huge confusion between them two? That people still think it's the same guy between the brothers?
Yeah, it kind of works for them actually, marketing wise, because it's like a win is a win for both of them.
I
Because if one of
swear.
them does something good, then everyone just looks at the other one like, "Oh, he did that." But
Well,
it also works the other way too,
it
where
could. It could. You're right. You're right.
it
It's
goes
funny.
both bad for them both ways too. You know?
Because Bam, they had that exhibition fight with the with Tyson versus Roy Jones, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the Paul brother shows up, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's the dude on YouTube." And then my other buddy's like, "Nah, it's his brother." I'm like, "Jesus fucking Christ!" So I look it up, and he's 100% right. Right? Alex knows everything, right? So Alex is like, "Yo, man, that's his brother." I'm like, "Shit." I'm like, "But I thought they both box." He's like, "Yeah." So when this boxing match, the next boxing match, Logan Paul's boxing match came up. Everyone's like, "Oh man, he knocked out Nate Robinson." I'm like, "Nah, it's still not the same guy." So I think there's a huge confusion between them two.
Between the two, they look that much alike, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, you know what I mean. It is what it is. Especially if they're not in your face, you know what I mean, to see it all the time. You know what I mean. But what sparked the situation for him to be like? Was he calling out Logan Paul after the first fight, or?
Okay, so I'll tell you guys the story of how Aaron Carter ended up boxing. So me and Aaron did a show. Actually a tour. We did a tour together, and before the tour, just like a day before he showed up for the tour, he was on the Impulsive podcast with Logan. So he's on the podcast with Logan, and like Aaron's got a real big heart. Like I know he might come like the way he comes across to people, not everybody can understand him, but like he has a real big heart. Like at the end of the day, you strip away all the show business, all the whatever, he just wants to like give people shit, do nice things for people. So what he did is when he was on the show, he had a chain on that was about 20, 15, 20 racks. And Logan's not a big jewelry guy, you know what I mean? He's an Ohio boy. They try to dress it up, but you can tell them boys don't got no swag. Come on, man.
Right.
But you know what I mean? So Logan had his little chain on. It says Impulsive. Somebody made it for him. So Aaron was trying to do something like kind of cool. So Aaron took this big ass fucking heart he had with all this ice on it. It was all custom with the custom chain, whatever. And he was like, "Yo, Logan, how much is your chain worth?" And Logan's like, "Oh, it's about this." He's like, "Well, mine's about double that. Let's trade. I want you to have it." You know what I mean?
Nice.
Logan's like, "Shit, okay." So they fucking traded chains on the podcast, right?
Okay.
So what happened is a day after the podcast, Aaron's with me. Now Logan's online, not even 24 hours later. Because you know how them boys do, right? They get the online stirred up and they
That's what they do.
So he gets on there and says, "Oh, Aaron Carter made it look like he was doing me a solid, but really he fucking he gave me a chain that's worth like it's fake and it's worth like a percentage of what I got."
Yeah.
So, but in all reality, man, it wasn't fake. And I actually talked to the jeweler on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't fake. So what he was doing is Aaron actually gave him a chain that was worth 15 grand more than his chain. Aaron was trying to be cool with him, trying to show love. He turns it around. It's like, "Oh, Aaron Carter's, whatever. He fucking gave me a fake chain." So now me and Aaron, this video wasn't the one that you just saw.
Okay.
There was another video that started the whole shit. I don't have a clip of it. But what it was is I was sitting in a hotel room, me and Caleb with Aaron, and I had the chain, like physically had the chain myself. And Aaron was on live taking all the heat for this because the allegation just came out.
Wow.
So he turns the camera to me because I was like, "Yo, man, tell that guy I'll fucking box him." And the only reason I said I'll box him is because I just seen that he boxed somebody. Like he wasn't a boxer or nothing. He just boxed somebody. So I'm like, it's fair. I'm not a pro boxer. Yeah. He's obviously not a pro boxer. Right. We're the same height, same weight. You know what I mean? He's talking shit to my boy. Let's get it. You can, because he was saying he wanted his chain back. I was like, "You want your chain back? Come get it." Now the video you saw is like 3 days after this festering. Aaron's still like, it's still a topic on his live. It keeps coming up. So he just hit me with the camera and was like, "Yo, talk to Logan." So I really wanted to just fight Logan off the strength of I found like he was a bully, not just to Aaron, but to a lot of people.
He's
like
a
how
dickhead.
how them boys operate. And like, I'm not saying I'm Superman, but we're the same height. We're the same weight. So let's get it.
Do it. Yeah.
Don't pick on Aaron. I'm right here. Let's fucking duke it out.
Big.
So that's how it all became. And then Celebrity Boxing got involved. If you go on Instagram at Celebrity Boxing 1, he's a big fight promoter in the States. And he fucking was trying to get the fight going with me and Logan. Then I'm not going to get into all the details. And then it was trying to get it going with me and Jake, trying to get Aaron lined up on the same. It was all a bunch of shit, but that's how it initially kicked off.
That's crazy, man.
So that's why a guy like me, I'm not a famous guy. I'm not in the Hollywood world, but that's how I got in that mix. And because Aaron has such a big platform, and because at the time he just went on the No Jumper podcast and he just went on Logan's podcast, he was huge at that time. So like a lot of people seen me, and a lot of people seen me call Buddy out. So it created, it was on different blogs, like different little shit, but not enough fire to really get it going. Wow. But we still got air in the fight. But anyway,
that's good. That's good. Somebody need to get fucking knocked out. That's for sure.
So I would love. The thing is too, though, man. Like I can't even lie. I haven't been training that hard. Them boys been training. I've been seeing them train. Like I got to give respect where respect is due. If I jump right off the coach right now and box some guys, I still think I would win, but man, it'd be tough. But at that time, man, I really thought at that moment when that shit was kicking off, I could have fucked up either one of those guys, bro, inside of 3 rounds, bro, easy. At that moment.
I hated following you on Instagram, bro. You're out training all the fucking time. I'm out lazy. You flick on Andrew. You're like, fucking guys out there training.
I was really trying. I know how to get a fight going, man. I'm from Nova Scotia, man.
Damn, man.
I was trying to shoot my shot, man, because like at the end of the day, for me, I had a reason to fight too. Yeah. You know what I mean? It wasn't just me calling out a celebrity or something.
That's right. That's it.
I was in the mix. I got put in the position. I had his chain. My face got out there. Like, man, after that, TMZ was calling me. E! News was calling me. Like,
wow.
The thing was blowing up after that shit. But he didn't want no smoke. He tried to negotiate. I'll let you guys in on a secret. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep this between us and whoever's watching.
Of course,
he didn't want that smoke, man. He tried to negotiate with Celebrity Boxing to box me only if I agreed to take a dive. I was like, I'm not taking a dive.
No.
And, that still would have been good for me. I would have made a lot of money. No. And I would have gotten a lot of exposure, but I was like, nah, there's no way I'm going to let this fucking Letterman jacket asshole fucking knock me out just so I can get an opportunity. And if he doesn't feel like he could really do it, that just showed me that he really was a bitch and that I got no business even, you know what I mean, wasting my time.
As much as you hated him, were you not a bit impressed with him beating up little Nate Robinson?
No, I was not impressed by that whatsoever. In fact, I felt like that was disrespectful to boxing, to be honest with you. Like, I'm a mixed martial artist. I'm not a pure boxer, but I love boxing. Boxing's one of my strongest attributes within the MMA game. And I watch a lot of boxing. I've always been a boxing fan, and I respect the sweet science, man. And I think like what they did with Nate was kind of whack in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, I'm not going to get into all the little specifics of what I thought because it's my opinion and I know a lot of people wouldn't agree, but that shit was whack on so many levels. And you could tell that Nate Robinson did not train. You can tell Nate Robinson's never even been punched in his face, man. You see the first time he got punched, his eyes were this wide. Like he just got woke up out of a fucking dead sleep. Like, oh wow, like he didn't know what he was signed up for.
That shit was today.
Bam, you didn't watch it. This Nate Robinson would run at him literally with his head down, just run at him like a little kid, like
not protecting himself, hands just.
And then it was like because he ran at him so quick, they would get hold and it would get separated. And by like the 5th or 6th time, you're like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
Literally, what the fuck is he? And it sucks. I remember Nate as as an NBA player, a short man winning the dunk competition, like very aggressive on the court. And watching a man do something like this and then get knocked out the way he did, it tarnishes you a little bit. You're just like, really, man? Like, wow. I don't know. I just sometimes I think some people do a little bit too much for their career or at the end of their career. Like, doesn't
I don't know why
you
would do that, man.
Me neither.
But all I can tell you, man, is money is a hell of a motivator, man. You know what I'm saying? And what I wouldn't do for some dough, you never know what homeboy will do for some dough. Yeah, and trust me, for everybody that says no, there's somebody fucking lined up willing to say yes.
And you don't know if they're, his boys are probably gassing him up too. You never know, right, man? Like, fuck this guy up.
Take it.
Yo, that brings up an important point, man. Is that if you've never trained or if you've never fought, you probably don't know what it's like to fight. Like, I think that's one of the biggest problems in society is a lot of guys think they're really tough or think they know how to fight. but they don't. Like, how many times have you seen an Instagram clip or a YouTube clip of some guys, big dudes, jacked up, looking
This is
tough,
true.
gangster, arguing, and then they start fighting. They look like two little fucking, you know
Or
what I
the
mean?
dude, the
School
aggressive,
kids.
the guy that's aggressive, the aggressor gets knocked the fuck out in one punch.
Man,
You know, that one guy just gets out, just claps him, and then the guy's just like, oh, he's on. You're like, damn, man, you talked all that shit.
if you ain't ready to fight, man, especially in like boxing's different too, because it's not a fight. Like Nate Robinson, you could tell he's been in some street fights because the way he aggressively like rushed him, like he was ready to rush in there, but he didn't know what to do when he was in there, and he had no business rushing in and fucking closing all the distance like that. He didn't need to fight like that. He's not shorter than Jake Paul.
And see, and like you said, back to the sweet science. You get what I'm saying? When you're about to get in a fight, your mind state has got to change. You get what I'm saying? He's pure rage. I'm just gonna run at him, man.
Yeah, but bam, you're right. But I think in this circumstances is like he probably had a couple months of training. I
swear.
Even
do you think it's less? Do you think it's less than that?
Deuce, if you spent 2 months with me in the backyard every day, I could have you looking 10 times better than Nate Robinson.
I get it.
And
you're right.
Me, man, this is what happened, in my opinion. He probably went to a gym the first day when it was all fresh and he just signed the contract, and he met some real good guys in boxing, and they put him through the ringer the first day, and he probably showed up, the second session, maybe the third. Then he started getting lazy, and then he showed up once a week, but he wasn't really training hard, probably didn't spar a lot. Because I'm telling you, bro, just from knowing what I'm looking at, there's no way that guy was training, man. The way that he fought him. Bro, he didn't even protect himself. And here's the thing, man. This is what one of my trainers told me a long time ago when I was real itchy to go fight somebody. He said, yo, man, there's plenty of time for you to fight. You know how to hit people. You know how to hurt people. But you're not allowed to fight until you know how to protect yourself. That's when you're allowed to fight. You're not allowed to fight when you can hurt people and when you can throw techniques perfect. He's like, you're allowed to fight when you can protect yourself. That's when you're a fighter. You're not everybody can be the hammer. What about when you're the nail?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've started some fights out. Alex can tell you, man. I started with a couple punches down, bro. Bam, be like, God damn, man, what's going on here? It's true, man. It's true. But I want to talk about Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter. I just want to bring up some stats here.
Yep.
Lamar is 6'10", 41 years old. Aaron Carter is 33 years old at 6 feet. Do you find that height difference, regardless who's good, that height difference is not going to give him a fucking hard time for Aaron? Like that long ass reach?
It can work both ways.
Yeah.
If he knows what he's doing, it could be a long night for Lamar and a frustrating night. If he doesn't know what he's doing, it could be a really shitty night for Aaron of him sitting on the outside. If Lamar knows how to keep his distance and Lamar knows how to throw enough at him to make him second guess rushing in on him, it could be really bad for Aaron. But if Aaron knows how to get inside on Lamar, like here's the thing, man, once somebody's close to you and their arms are shorter than your arms, you're kind of like
you're doing one of these, like you have no power that way.
The full extension of their swing that close to you because their arms that much shorter, so they're getting a full extension where you're all muffled trying to fight them, right? So it just depends on.
So he needs to take some tape footage on Tyson, because Tyson was always a shorter heavyweight, right?
And that's why you notice Tyson's head was always under somebody's chin. You understand? He put his head down. He wouldn't put his head down. He'd put his head down a little and look up, but he'd get right. But
he would explode. He would explode up. Yeah.
He would get right under your chin, and you fucked. That's it. It's over. That's why all them big dudes lost to him. You get what I mean?
Where the head goes, the body follows, right? So if you can control somebody's head in a fight, whether it's MMA or even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you control the neck and the head position. You control their body mostly. You know what I mean? Because they can't really move anywhere until they have that, control of their head, right?
Do you have any inside scoop on how this happened? This fight got together?
Yeah, it was me, man. This is what I'm trying to say. So the story that I started with, that's celebrity boxing was not connected with Aaron Carter. He got connected with Aaron Carter because of the buzz that I made saying that I boxed Jake. That's when celebrity boxing gets a hold of us. Now, fast forward a couple days later, I'm in the car with Aaron and we take a meeting with celebrity boxing. We were on the highway. He was driving. And we had it on speaker, and we took shout out to Damon, my man Damon at Celebrity Boxing One. That's my boy, by the way. Damon's a real solid guy. Support celebrity boxing, man. Support the event. Damon has been putting on some awesome fights for a long time. He's a great guy. He's a real boxer from the scene in New York City.
Yeah.
He has a huge heart. He's a family man. He's a cool guy, man. He knows entertainment. So shout out to Damon. But Damon got on the phone with us and had a meeting. So what I said to him was, I'm like, yo, Aaron, like, can fight, like get Aaron to fight or whatever, and I'll be on the undercard if we can't get this Paul thing going. Because Aaron wants to fight, right? Like he was like, I'm gonna fight somebody too, right? So they're gonna try to find, because at the time Aaron was getting kind of more exposure. The Paul thing hadn't blown up the way it did yet, is my whole point. Like that's right. What people have to understand is this thing really developed over the last like 12 months from being like something that was just like another stunt to like something that was like, oh wow, like this has a lot of potential. So yeah, Damon got a hold of us. We worked it out. I connected him and Aaron, and we made a plan to move forward with that. And I was supposed to be on this fight. I was supposed to be on the undercard. I kind of got screwed out of that. That's another.
How? What the fuck do you mean you got screwed out of it? Short story.
Okay, well, here's the thing, man. Me and Aaron, we're friends. But it has nothing to do with fucking music. Like the basis of our,
yes.
Yeah, like the basis of our friendship is not like, oh, like entertainment or whatever. Like he tried to sign me to his record label like when I first met him. Like I could have done business with him, but that wasn't it. We were just like homies, like kind of like just vibing, right? Like we're around the same age and shit. We grew up listening to the same music. He's growing up being around all the people that I had to, that I watched on television. So we have an interesting dynamic, and plus like he looks at me like an older bro. But yeah, man, he's with this girl right now, Melanie, and I got love for Melanie too. Like I'm not talking shit, but when he's with Melanie and he's like locked into that situation, he's like that's what he's focused on, like his, you know what I mean? And I really haven't. I just talked to Aaron like a few days ago for the first time, but I hadn't really heard from him in a bit. Like when that fight came together, when they announced Lamar as the guy, like I didn't have anything to do with Lamar being the opponent. I just had to do with getting hooked up with celebrity boxing and getting the wheels in motion for him to box somebody and for that to happen. So when it got announced as Lamar, I didn't like I learned about it when everyone else did. So I kind of like, yeah, I mean, Aaron kind of like played me on that one because I was supposed to be on the undercard no matter what, regardless. I was supposed to fight somebody on the undercard of that fight. So, not cool.
I agree. If you were Aaron Carter's manager and you guys were going to take this fight,
I should be Aaron Carter's manager.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
I
and
agree.
The thing is, when me and Aaron are together, he's on point. He's drinking water. He's not smoking fucking chain smoking cigarettes. He's on point when he's with me. And that's what I'm trying to say is like, once he gets around people that get him distracted, he can't really be around me because I'll remind him. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, drink, you know what I mean? So
Andrew the Buzzkill.
Yeah. Until he hits that point where he's like, yo, man, I need to get my shit together. And then I'm the first person that he's on the phone with.
That's good though, man.
4 a.m. or whenever. Yo, man, I need to talk, or you know what I mean? Or who, so.
But would you have recommended Lamar Odom as an opponent, or would you have looked for someone else more his height and size?
Man, it's weird because, like, me telling you the whole story, like, how it all came about, I'm kind of like looking at it like, whoa, this is like cool that this came about like the way it did. But man, when they announced Lamar, it's like I took myself right out of the equation, or like even feeling like I was just kind of like step back, like just a straight fan. And I was like, yo, this is actually kind of crazy though. Like I removed myself away and just was just like if I was sitting at home watching, I was like, yo, this got interesting. Like, what the fuck? Like, it took me by surprise, man. And no, I definitely wouldn't have chose Lamar. If I had to choose an opponent, man, that's the last person that I would choose.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't like it for Lamar, man. I don't like it. Look, man, at the end of the day, see, I don't want to talk shit. But
no.
I don't want to talk shit. You're not talking shit. You're shooting the shit like that.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let me shoot this shit then. I don't like it for either of them. I feel like both of them are exploiting themselves, and both of them are being taken advantage of. Not necessarily by Damon, right? But I just mean in the situations that they're in their careers.
Okay.
So
I don't like, bro. Lamar Odom was a hero, man. He's on. Didn't he play with Shaq and Kobe on the Lakers? I don't know.
I don't know. I think he was on Kobe's team before Shaq. After Shaq left, Shaq went
okay,
to.
but he was
I
on
think
the Lakers. Right?
Actually, if I'm 100% right, I think he was a part of the trade when Shaq went to Miami. He actually left Miami to go. I was just watching an interview on Lamar Odom not too long ago.
Okay, so but he played with Kobe, right?
Oh yeah.
In LA.
Yes.
And he was the center, I'm assuming.
Power forward, yeah. Like the next big man, yeah.
Either way, man.
Yeah.
Either way, like you're looking at him like a hero, like this strong, huge man. Lakers, you know what I'm saying? And then like the way he kind of like, and then now he's with the Kardashian girl. Now you're looking at him even bigger, right? And then just the way that they kind of like played him out. And it's like I see it on his face, like he don't want to be places. Like I seen him on the Nori podcast, like on the Drink Champs, and he didn't look like he wanted to be there. Like he's answering the questions.
That podcast, he would pause so long that I thought my computer went wrong.
Really?
Like they would ask him a question and the camera would go to him, and he would just sit there for like an awkward amount of seconds. And I would look at my YouTube screen, and then the seconds are moving, but he's not talking.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, it was awkward for me to watch. To be honest with you, yeah.
Yo, did you notice that it was happening on certain questions and what those questions were?
Yeah, he didn't want to talk about certain things. Yeah.
Yo, anybody that's gonna see this is watching this right now, including Bamboo, man. Go back and watch that interview and watch the questions, the specific questions that he gets quiet and uncomfortable, and it says a whole lot. Sometimes you don't gotta say a whole lot to say a whole lot.
That's true.
You know? And that's why I don't like where Lamar's at, man. I feel like that's what we do. I always said America eats its babies. So America has the babies, but then once the baby grows up, America eats the baby, like doesn't care. Like when the baby's growing up, like when Aaron Carter was a boy, he was the king of the world, man. When Odom was on top, was in the Lakers and dating the Kardashian girl, he's on the king of the world. And then once America's done with them, they're done with them.
It's true.
And it's sad, man. It's really sad, man. And these are people that got drug problems. These are people that got addiction issues. And like, it really doesn't help, you know, gassing them all up and putting a bunch of cameras in front of their face and putting them in stressful situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not seem that stressful, but it is, man. Like, you're a human. Imagine you know what I'm saying?
You know, everyday life for him is stressful. I mean, shit, he got to walk out his house. People fucking talking shit, this and that, asking the dumbest fucking questions. You know how many times you want to slap a motherfucker for a dumb question? Like, you know, but he can't. You know what I mean? Like, really? Get out of my face.
Like, I used to love watching sports athletes when they ask them, you know, about a loss. How do you feel? And they turn around like, what do you think? You know, I used to love the God honest truth. Like, get out of here. Get out of my face. You know what I mean? I love when they act that way. But I'm not saying that there's any beef between any celebrity, but what celebrity do you think you would match up against Aaron Carter if you had a chance to, you know, be the manager and, you know, make this fight happen? What celebrity would you match him up with?
Soulja Boy, tell him. That's exactly who I would match him up with. Soulja Boy. It would sell more than Lamar. It would be more interesting. It would have more views. It would have more eyes on it. And they're roughly the same size, man. Roughly the same build.
And Soulja Boy knows how to talk, so.
Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking Justin Timberlake in my head, but no, Soulja Boy's better. Soulja Boy's better. I agree.
Timberlake, nah, that wouldn't, you know, people say Justin Bieber too, but honestly, man, like, I think Justin Bieber's a little bit of a mismatch size-wise. Like, I think Soulja Boy would have been perfect.
I think that's good.
I think, you're right. Soulja Boy would be better.
I just thought Lamar.
I think they're at the same point, right? Like, they're both kind of like artists that are still very relevant, but their prime time was in a different generation.
That's right. That's
and they're both trailblazers. Like, you wouldn't have any of these fucking rappers without Soulja. You wouldn't have Justin Bieber and the rest of the fly white boys with the face tats without Aaron.
Yeah, very true. I just found, and I always thought Lamar Odom, they should have just found some other basketball player. You know what I mean? Like, like a 6'7" height, and you know what I mean? Maybe someone he played against throughout his career. Maybe they show a highlight of them, you know, talking shit to each other. That's what but I just, when I saw this fight, I was like, sure, I'd watch it. I'd love to watch a fucking freak show sometimes. It makes no sense. It's 10 inches different. It's a spectacle. Yeah, it's a circus. I want to watch it. I want to know what's going to happen. That's just human. That's just how those humans are built. But I mean, on a realistic note, I would have loved to see Lamar Odom against another type of basketball player. Someone he played against, a teammate. I don't know. Someone. Find some bullshit that why they hated each other to sell the fight. But I thought it would have made more sense. But then again, what the fuck do I know? I don't make fights. I don't promote them. You know what I mean?
But you know what, man? You said, what the fuck do you know? You know everything, because all a fight promoter's trying to do is trying to figure out what you're thinking, what guys like you are thinking. Because if they know what you're thinking, then they know what's going to sell. Because you're the average guy that's not fully immersed in the boxing world, but still is aware of what's going on. As a fan.
Right? I like that.
Whatever you could say that you'd want to see is probably the right answer.
Yeah, no, it's just, you know, I try to put myself in, as, you know, right, it's always a fan, right? I'm like, what would I watch? What would I watch? Bam, who would you want to watch fight?
Who, celebrity-wise?
Anybody-wise.
Well, actually, I would like to see the females go at it. You know, 2 celebrity females, actresses. You know what I mean? You know, any of them. You know, just you know, Scarlett Johansson and so-and-so or whoever, you know what I mean? Just see them go at it. You know what I mean? That would be nice.
Do you guys remember when Tonya Harding fought? That was put on by Damon at Celebrity
That's
Boxing.
right. That was a while ago. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, she fought. I forget, who'd she fight? Tonya Harding versus... I don't know, man, but they went at it too. They really went at it. Look that up on YouTube if you're bored one minute.
That was
I'm going to check a couple of things out, you know.
But I want to talk about the last Jake Paul fight. I got a quick highlight of how he knocked him out. Let me just play it.
Put $2 million on a motherfucking goofball? What the?
Jake Paul sparred with former world champion Jean Pascal and also cruiserweight contender.
Get my motherfucking money, Jake! 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 Get me my motherfucking money, Jake! Finish him! Finish him! Finish him! Finish him! Finish him! What a finish him! And this one is over! Jake Paul!
Why the fuck did Ben look like he was out of shape?
Big time.
Bro, Ben's never looked in shape in his whole entire career, including when he was an Olympic athlete. And second of all, man, why was that fight stopped when Ben got rayed up and is standing there for the whole count with his full, not wobbly, ready to fucking go, man? That shit, man, that shit's fake, man. Here's the thing. Triller is fake. I'm telling all y'all right now, anybody that's listening to me, if you think Triller is real, then you're fucking caught up in the smoke and mirrors. You're sitting in front of the magician's curtain instead of behind. Triller is not real. And if you ever want to see Jake Paul have a real fight, it's never going to be in Triller. No real boxer will ever box him in Triller. It's going to have to be in an actual organization because you'll never get a fair fight in Triller. Think about it, man. Snoop Dogg's one of the owners. He's sitting up there in the commentating booth. He owns this shit. And he's making $1 million bets on it. You hear what he's yelling? Get my motherfucking money, Jake. How in the fuck you own the company? Isn't that conflict of interest? And you're fucking setting up promotional fights, and you're picking who's the ref and who's this and who's that. Come on, that shit ain't real, man. Anybody with half a brain knows that shit ain't real, man.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't care to watch it. I just caught a highlight of it.
Nah, man, Triller ain't real, bro. Triller's fucking pure entertainment, man. Sports entertainment. Just like WWE is sports entertainment. And yeah, guys will really hit the mat. Sometimes guys will really jump off shit and hit the floor and get kicked.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Entertainment. It's not competition. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it.
But I just don't understand this guy blew up for being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know who the fuck he was, right? I didn't know who Jake Paul was. When you look him up and you're just watching his little videos, I'm like, first of all, how's he, the shit he's done, I'm surprised he hasn't got shot. You know what I mean? The guy's a complete tool.
He's gonna get shot, man. He keeps fucking with Floyd Mayweather like that, man.
What did he take his hat last time?
Yeah, did you just see that whole thing?
Yeah. The guy's a douchebag.
He took his hat.
But he planned it out, and he's talking shit, and Floyd's talking shit bad.
But the point is, man, is like Jake Paul is making some of the most powerful enemies in the world. From Dana White. He made some really disrespectful remarks about Dana White. Dana White is the greatest promoter in fight history, period. Boxing, I don't care. Don King, none of them guys got a patch on Dana White's ass. He's disrespected him. Dana White's reach is deep. He disrespected Floyd Mayweather, man. The money team is strong, man, is strong. Yeah. Do you know how many young, hungry boxers would knock Jake Paul out in a bar just to get the footage to try to impress Floyd, to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really... And bro, you don't think Floyd got straight killers around him at all times?
Of course.
That's Floyd Money Mayweather,
Yeah.
man. And his whole security team got bodies, man. They're probably ex-special force military. Like,
Yeah.
You're just playing the wrong fucking games. And bro, he got his ass beat for that shit. You guys seen it. You see his teeth are loose, his fucking eyes fucked up.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
them boys put hands on him, and you heard him. He sounded like he almost cried, bro. At the end of the video, when he said, "I got your hand," you hear his voice fucking crack. Because you know what it was like? It's the kid at school that plays games, gets his ass beat, but is still after gets his ass beat talking shit as he's walking away bleeding.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, he's exactly that dude.
Like the guy's bleeding and the other guy's just looking at him like, "What? Are you retarded? You just got fucked up and you're still talking shit? You better go home and fix your teeth, right?"
They can't help
I
it.
just find scenarios like this piss me off because it's all about money. A goof like this shouldn't even have airtime. And this
Bro,
is
he
where
should never be fighting Floyd Mayweather. That bothers me. That bothers me the same way Lamar being subjugated into this little joke like he's a crackhead, he's this, he's that, the same way that they try to play Aaron. Bro, Aaron sold more records as a child. He beat Michael Jackson's record for most amount of records sold by a child. That's how Michael Jackson and Aaron even became friends. And Aaron did a show with Michael Jackson the night before 9/11 in New York City at Madison Square Garden. You can look that up. The night before 9/11, bro, he was performing with the fucking king. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I'm saying is, like, these people, man, they deserve more respect. And it's only the internet that facilitates this bullshit, man. I'm telling you. Like, that's what makes these fucking disrespectful assholes able to exist, man, is because it's allowed on the internet. It's encouraged because what you said, it's all about money. And if they're making money, then hey, it doesn't matter how dumb they're acting. People will call them a genius. See him acting like a fucking complete ass and say, "Oh, that guy's a marketing genius."
I can't
Tell
take
everybody watching.
There's no more filters.
Bro, go to the mall, pull your fucking, go to the mall wearing a fucking panda costume and start dancing in the food court. And you tell me if people watch you, does that mean that you're a fucking genius or you're a marketing genius? Because you get people to stare at you doing some dumb shit. And,
I agree, man.
Come on, man.
I had some shit run through my head just now, and it's so politically incorrect. And I'm not going to fucking say it because, people stare at other people just out of, oh shit, what's wrong with that dude over there? You know what I mean?
Everyone stares at something different.
It's a condition someone has, you know what I mean? But, what you just described is pretty much somebody doing the same thing. You know what I mean? He
has a fucking condition.
He don't have a condition, but he acting like he got one. You know what I mean?
He got
and
a condition.
No disrespect to people who have conditions.
Just because you got some attention doesn't mean it's positive attention, man. You know what I mean?
Bro, not all attention's good attention. Now, they'll tell you the opposite in the entertainment industry, and they'll tell you that any press is
that's
good
because they're
press,
going to use
but
you.
that's only when you're just trying to get that buck. With that, there is people out there that are ruthless about that money, man. They'll do whatever it takes to get that buck, and that's how they sleep at night, is because getting the buck is more important to them than anything else. But for people that got morals, man, like, bro, I could have been famous, like, on a way, like, I could have actually done it if I had been willing to put myself in certain situations, even over the years, man. They tried to get me to do some modeling shit. The money was looking good, but I'm not laying around in little underwear having people tell me how to sit and how to put my leg up and making me feel uncomfortable as a man.
Do you see his face? Do you see his face as he's saying this shit? He is disgusted by it, right? Like, he's like, no, fuck this shit, man.
And other people look at you crazy, like, man, all you gotta do, lay up, get a couple pictures, get $3 or $4 grand, walk away. But now when I go on the internet, and you search my name, you see me laying there with my leg up,
it would be popped up right now while we're talking.
I just look like a hoe. You're like, oh, Andrew would do anything for money. Like,
see, the thing is, I did the underwear modeling when I was 18 for free because it was a favor. It was a favor, right? So I got real. It was a favor. It was reeled in. There was a girl that I was dating's older sister was into like the whole fashion, making clothes. And
yo, this is the first time I'm ever hearing this story. Ever. So slow down, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, me and the people want to know. Go ahead.
I never told you this?
Nope, never told me this.
So we're like 18, right? So she's like, yo, we need this one guy that's making clothes needs 2 models. So she asked me, and then there was 3 sisters. So the oldest sister's friend needs 2 guys. So she asked the other younger sister's boyfriends, me and this guy named Paul, to go, to this fucking place and try on this clothes. So me and him go there, and it's like a couple days later. And it's full of, everyone's gorgeous, everyone's tall, and we get there and fucking, he gets a nice suit, right? And I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to see my suit. And the dude comes out with these little underwear. He's like, here. And I went, shit. You never told us?
Nope. And I'm going, you know what? When we get off, I got to make a couple of calls. Because somebody around your camp, got that picture. You know what I mean?
No, that's the good thing. 18, man. There's no cell phones back then, man. You know what I mean?
There's probably a fucking Nokia 1180 fucking.
There's a fucking Polaroid out there.
I put on these underwear. First you do all this practicing, but they do this little runway practice. But then when we get to the show, dude, what we were doing is mini. Now this fucking runway is super long, right? And we do a little trial thing, right? And I'm like, fuck, dude, I go to the nearest bar, man, to pound a couple beers before I go do this. And it's like $50 to get in. Like, it's fucking packed house. It was crazy, man. You know what I mean?
Duss was modeling for Calvin Klein or some shit, man.
18 years old, bro. I got modeling phone calls. I said, man, I gotta do some fucking. I'd rather play football. You know what I mean? I was like, this isn't for me, man.
I think you missed your calling, bro. I think you missed your calling.
Watching 100 naked girls in the back changing was pretty cool, but I mean, like, at the end of the day, I was just like, fuck, man. But yeah, it was a favor. It was the second fashion show I've ever done.
See, that was nothing new to you, though, right? So you just
not the underwear thing kind of threw me right the fuck off, But I know what you mean. Like, and if they would have told me, yo, you got to pose and shit, yeah, it would have been a little fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
because you don't get to choose how you're being portrayed.
No, not at all.
That's the weird thing is because people don't know the context, right? So they might see you in a crazy picture and just think that's some shit that you do at your house when you're just chilling.
Yeah,
like, they don't know that some guy, is, with like a fucking.
It's about the product.
The camera is like trying to like arrange you with like people standing around, like staring at you. Like,
yeah, it's about the product. They're trying to get the product to look a certain way, but people tend to look past the product and always just see what's there, right?
100%, man. Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch a commercial on something and not know what the fucking commercial's about?
All the time, man.
It's done, and you're like, what the fuck are they selling? So in this case,
shocked, like, what the fuck? You're like, when you find out what it was about, you're like, holy god,
there's nothing to do with it. Exactly, man. Exactly. But Bam, you never did any modeling, nothing?
No, sorry.
No. It's still early for you. We'll still get you somewhere, bro.
Hey, man, there's still time, bro.
I done got too fat.
As soon as COVID's over, the fashion shows will be opening up. You know what I mean?
You're getting in there. You're gonna get in there, bro. You're gonna get in there, man. But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. There's things that moral things. Some people don't give a shit. People will do whatever they can for $1. Some people, it's true. At the end of the day, even with this podcast, there's certain things I don't want to talk about. I don't want to touch. I don't want to, grab onto something or get that wow factor just for the fuck of it. I can't stand that shit. There's times where I listen to people's shit. I'm like, no, can't listen to it because you just went too far with it just to get a bit of that attention. And
we say it all the time. We would never ambush anybody on our show. That right there, I find it very disrespectful. You know what I mean? And where I'm from, and where Joe from, and where you from, if we stand on the street and we having a conversation with someone, and someone walks up on us and ambush us, what is our first reaction? Somebody's getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? So
we treat the people the exact same way. Yeah.
Thank you. So.
And that thing, if there's something I want to know, I'm going to ask you off the air. It's not going to be on here. It's not going to be on fucking. That's bullshit.
Yeah, man, like all that wow factor shit. It's cool. You know what I mean? And I compare it to dealing drugs, man. I always tell people like, yeah, you can make a lot of money quick dealing drugs, but it's not going to last. And plus, one day you're going to get caught up in some shit that's going to fucking erase everything that you even did because you're going to get yourself in so much shit and have to pay so much shit and lawyers and this and that. So it's kind of like that with like cheap clickbaits as well. It's like you can get those quick numbers, but they don't have longevity. And the other thing is they come with problems, and the problems that it comes with is now your interpersonal relationships with the people that you use in order to fuel the whole shit. Bro, DJ Vlad got more security than fucking the president. Trust me.
He needs it.
He needs it. But that's why he's on top. But then you have to ask yourself, what is being on top? Is being on top just a competition to see who can be the most ruthless and who can have the least amount of morals in order to make a buck? But that's capitalism. Some people live by that shit, right?
My problem is, you know what? You made all this money off the culture. You get what I'm saying? But you know,
Yeah.
I don't care how your interviews went, whatever. But you made all this money off the culture. What have you done for the culture? I'm like literally, like, did you
Nothing.
got a foundation? Did you give
Nothing.
back? Did you do anything for the culture? Now, if he did something for the culture, then I'll shut the fuck up. But as far as I know and understand, he done nothing. He just keep making money off of this shit. You get what I'm saying?
Bro, he's a profiteer, man, and he's profiting off the pain of a disenfranchised and oppressed people. That's what he's doing. If you really want to break it down,
You see, I didn't want to go all the way there. I just wanted to say he.
You know me, I had to hit you with something.
I just didn't want to go there and sound all angry and shit. It's just if you take it from the culture, give back to the culture a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You get what I'm saying?
Yo,
show
man, you
your
always gotta
appreciation.
leave more than you take, right?
You show
leave
your
a little
love.
bit more than you take, and you'll always be straight.
Show your love, and a lot of people. Oh yeah, M's the culture, this vulture, and M's not a culture vulture. You understand what I'm saying? Because he knows the game, he knows the culture. You understand? You can hear it in his rap. You understand? And
or how about when his second album came, or before his second album came out, he introduced D12, and I didn't see any other faces in D12 that looked like his. So he put on 11 other people from his name. You know what I mean? Right then and there would have been enough.
That's true. That's true. But when he did that song with Dre, that conscious song when he did with Dre, if you listen to his last verse, he pretty much broke down Dre's whole career. So meaning he knows the whole game. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's him showing respect to the game. You know what I mean? And that right there got my respect.
Culture if you're from the culture.
Boom.
Mm-hmm. True. Very true.
Mm-hmm. True. I'll give you that one.
Because if you're really from the culture, then you're just living your life and you deserve to have whatever say you want into it, take it whatever direction because you're from it. But if you're from outside the culture and you come in and start steering the course of direction, then you're kind of like being an opportunist. You know what I mean?
True. But yeah, that's crazy. So I'm thinking you, Jake Paul, this should happen.
Yo, I'm just going to be 100% real, man. Honestly, when that shit initially happened, bro, that shit was very possible, and there was a lot of negotiating going back and forth, and there was a conversation.
Okay.
And that's cool for me, man. Just being a guy from Nova Scotia, like, it was cool that I was even in that conversation. But I really, I already seen the potentiality of where we're at now. That's why I jumped on that the way I did back then. So now that it's progressed, man, the chances of that, bro, there's no way. Everything's timing in life, bro. Everything's timing.
Come on.
I'm going to put this out there on the
Andru,
internet.
there's no fucking way. If this Momo end up getting enough attention to fight some of these bigger guys, then fuck that. We can make enough attention for him to fight you.
True. And if this happened, I'm putting it out there. If this happened, I will get in the ring and spar with you until you beat this crap out of this dude.
No.
I can take a hit. So bring it. You know what I mean?
If this happens, you have to become an underwear model. Picture if this happens.
Yeah, you only one photo shoot, man. One Christmas calendar, bro.
This happens, bro.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I'll do it. It's out there.
But hey, man, once they open up travel, man, don't be surprised if I pop up somewhere and I have something to say or something happens that's shocking. Because even though I'm not, a whore for attention, I'm not starved for money, I wouldn't mind fighting them. Just period. Not for the attention. I would like to fight him. I want to know how good he is. I want to know if it's cap. I want to know if he's really got that power. Because, man, I've fought I've sparred some really serious boxers. And I can't imagine him being that good with the amount of time that he has into the game. And the fact that we've never actually seen him face another actual boxer. We've only seen him fight YouTubers and somebody from outside of the sport of boxing who was retired coming off a hip replacement.
Yeah, no, fuck him. Anyways,
even this sparring, man, I just want to I don't know, man. I just want to know what's up. I don't like them guys, man. I don't like them guys. And I think that they're disrespectful to women. I think that they mistreat young women. And I think, I've watched a lot of shit since I became aware of those guys, man. And you guys got to keep in mind the whole time that this is being talked about online with me, I'm getting mad messages from all kinds of people from all over the United States. Fuck Jake. They're keeping me updated. Like, Jake just did this. He was at a party and he kicked this transgender girl out of the party. And they were telling me every little bullshit thing that these guys were up to, right? So, and everybody was like really wanting to fucking see that shit happen. But I'm telling you, man, those guys, like, it's a lot of money involved, man. They're not gonna. I don't know, man. And his brother,
because
Floyd, like,
I see what you're saying. Because what's happening is they take a loss to you. There's no gain for them,
bro. I'm the only reason it made sense is because I was with the guy that was just on the biggest podcast, and because I had the guy's chain in my actual hand when the initial video hit the internet, and I'm shaking it in front of the camera, and people are like, "Who is this guy?" And Aaron's running around telling everybody I'm his half brother that no one knows about. Now fucking TMZ's trying to figure out what parent I came from, and who, you know what I mean? Like, it was wild for a while, man. So, like, you know, I love Aaron, man, but Aaron says some wild shit. He was telling people. They were calling me light-skinned Carter on the blog. I'm closer to Sean Carter than Aaron Carter. I'll tell you that.
Oh, fuck, that's fucking hilarious. So I want another question. How do you get on Instagram jail? How do you do that,
bro? That's a
who's on Instagram jail.
I'm messaging Andrew on Instagram jail. He ain't getting back to me. I messaged him on Facebook. Boom, replies back. Then he tells me that he's on Instagram jail.
Oh, shit. Really? Okay. Yeah. I'm listening.
How do you do that?
Yeah. Okay. So, it's funny because I just got out of Instagram jail like 15, 20 minutes before the podcast. And I rushed to try to send you the video. So, you know what I mean? So there's some context for what I'm saying. But the only way I could get it was on my Instagram. Now, this is what happened because it actually relates perfectly to what we're talking about. So Damon posted a picture. Damon at Celebrity Boxing, the boss at Celebrity Boxing. Me and him are friends. And he posted a picture of Aaron and Lamar. And this guy had so much negative to say. And usually I don't engage in the comments and all the foolishness. But he said something. So I didn't even say something really disrespectful. He just said like, "Oh, this is bullshit. Why would anyone want to watch this?" And all I said to him was, "Hey, man, Oscar De La Hoya versus Shaq was really entertaining. Why wouldn't this be entertaining too?" And then this guy started going at me on Damon's thing. And then me and him are talking back and forth. Now this guy's like challenging me. He's like giving me the address of some gym in fucking Quebec City or something, or in Montreal. And he's trying to roll down.
He told me it's a short drive. Let's go.
He told me he was a pro boxer and he was like 6-1 or 9-1. And then I look. The guy's so dumb, right? He had his fucking he had his real name on his Instagram bio because he's like a contractor or some shit with his phone number. So I looked his name up. And I found out that he had like one amateur MMA fight that he lost. And there's like a picture of him in some smoky back fucking biker bar in fucking Quebec somewhere with fucking shin pads on, looking like he just woke up, like he has no idea where he's at. And he said that he's an amateur fighter, 0-1. This guy told me he's 6-1. But anyway, I was just like, yo, so I wrote a comment under all the shit he talked. I was like, hey, and I said his name. I said, bro, you're not a professional boxer. You're an amateur MMA fighter from such and such Quebec, and you're 0-1. I just looked you up on fucking SureDog.
Yeah.
And then he reported my account.
Oh, snitch.
So, bro, they start the shit with me. They get on there talking all this shit. And then bro, just before he reported my account, all I seen was the message from him. And it said, hey, bro, stop being a bitch and reporting my accounts. And the minute he said that, I'm like, what's he talking about? I didn't report his account.
Yeah.
So my account shuts down.
Wow.
Oh,
so he left the comment, then got me shut down. So then the threads just left me not talking back and looking like, yeah, he won. He's way more clever than me.
He got sneaky on the internet.
He's like, reply. Tell me you want to fight me. You're a bitch. And then he kept replying.
I don't know the warfare online like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you know. Now you know.
What do you? How long were you in this Instagram jail, man?
Bro, I was in there for a cold 5 weeks, man. I just got out, man. I'm fresh out. I had to put a fucking break. I tried to take a little selfie today. I was like, yo, man.
Dude, yeah, it's because it's true. I'm reaching out to you on Instagram. I'm like, Andrew doesn't take this long to usually reply back. I hit him up on Facebook. He's like, yeah, man, I'm down. I'm like, and then he tells me this. I was like, damn, man.
Yo, for anybody that's watching too, my inbox is full, and there's no way I can answer everybody. But just now, then I'm back, and we're gonna start fresh from here. I don't know what you said before, but we're gonna start fresh. So they start rolling in. I'll start keeping track.
But as if the,
put that post out first.
But you know
put
what,
that
man?
Post out
It
first.
they should allow you to let you know that he's in jail.
Well, it should say
because right now for me it's like he's avoiding me. You know what I mean? Or he's not replying back.
That was the cold part about it. That's the part that bothered me, is that my account's still active, right? But here's the thing, man. Every time I would go into my account, bro, I couldn't even look in my DMs. I don't mean like I just couldn't post. Like, bro, I couldn't even see nothing. Like every screen was white. Every option was white. And when I would press it, it would just come up with a little error, and it would say couldn't refresh feed, couldn't refresh feed.
Crazy,
and like
man.
it stayed like that for weeks and weeks and weeks, man. Like today, I was like, man, because I was supposed to send you that video. And I was like, let me just try this shit. And it literally just got in 20 minutes before. And I was just like, but yeah, man, people thought I was dead and shit. Cause like I usually post like fairly regular, right? So, but yo, in that time, I've been like teaching myself how to play the piano. I started making beats again. I already made like 7 or 8 beats that are cold as fuck.
Nice.
And yeah, I taught myself like a whole new like skill set in the time of replacing that time away from IG.
So hold on. So the lesson learned is, if you get the fuck off IG, you'll be more productive in life.
Yeah, just go on there and disrespect somebody that you know is real sensitive and wait for them to report you, and then you won't have an option. You just can't go on, and you're going to find something more productive to do, and I fucking did, man.
Man, do you remember when the little kid was calling me an idiot? Remember that story?
Yeah.
Someone posted a basketball player in his contract, and I said, it's a little overrated. And this little kid went off on me, man. Like, went off on me, and he was a little kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they'll get you, and they're savage. And they know, bro, you got to be careful, man. Like, I'm not trying to ruffle no, because, bro, there's crazy. Like, I was scared they were taking control of my whole shit when it was going on. I kept asking people, I'm like, yo, is there anything weird being posted on my shit? Like, because I was, like, nervous.
Good call, yeah.
Because here's the thing, man. With my association with Aaron, over time, a lot of weird shit's happened to me online, and I've been gang stalked, everything, bro. I got like death threats, everything over my friendship with Aaron, man. Like when me and Aaron were on tour, bro, you should have seen the messages I was getting. Like I didn't even know that world existed. Like how obsessive, because I'm not in that level of like notoriety. I don't even know anybody, and tell him that was that, you know.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro. You got to be careful, man. And a lot of weird folks out there, man. And there's a lot of weird things that go on online that I was unaware of, too. Like, bro, you might have a famous person following you every day and you won't even know. It'll be some dumb account. And little do you know that that's like like I've seen it happen now. Like famous people, you know what I mean, have these little stupid accounts where they have like 2-3 people following them and they're watching your shit and you don't even know, man. You're sitting there looking at their shit every day, commenting on it, thinking that they don't even know you exist. Meanwhile, they're following you. Like I've learned how it's all weird, man. Like,
stalking your ass. Yeah. So Andrew, man, since the last time we talked, man, what have you been up to, man?
Bro, since the last time we talked, geez, when was the last time we talked?
You just dropped the video, verified.
Verified?
Okay. Yeah, it was verified. Okay.
Verified.
So since the last time we talked, man, I just been skateboarding every day.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that before you went to jail. Yeah, I mean Instagram jail, people, not jail.
Yeah, get that cleared up, man. People, I knew it.
Little clippets. That's where he was going.
Yeah, no, man. I started skating because the gym's closed down. Like I'm in Ontario, obviously, like you are, and it's been really, really difficult, man. And the gyms have been closed, and I used to do martial arts every day, multiple times a day, multiple trips to the gym a day, sauna, swimming every day, and my whole like lifestyle just got kind of shut down. So a few guys that I've been kicking it with, man. My homie Ryan Dixon, my homie Michael Giggs, like all these guys that some of them do martial arts, but they skateboard a bit. So I started just hanging out with them just to get outside, go to the park, smoke a joint. And I was just sitting there watching them. And then I just started fucking around on the board. And I was like, you know what? Like this is kind of similar to fighting because there's the element of fear, there's the element of danger and getting hurt. So you have to be like deadly focused. Like you can't lazily do certain things because you could really get hurt. So I thought it would be a good challenge and a good way to keep myself mentally challenged when I didn't have the gym as that outlet, and then a way to get outside too. Plus nobody can take the pavement away, bro. Like you can get out in your driveway and skate around and get some exercise and fuck around, right?
Yep. I hear you.
But yeah, man, dropping a little bit of music too, man. Me and Caleb got songs. Giddy Up dropped since then.
You guys hit the radio, right?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Maestro Fresh West, man. Maestro Fresh West, the godfather of Canadian hip hop, man. He really did us a real solid thing, man, is making sure that our songs getting heard on regular everyday FM radio. And that's really helped to expand what we got going on, man. Like my Shazams like blew up from that. So like that's really good, man. I appreciate that because, bro, growing up as a Canadian into hip hop, of course, Maestro is someone that I admire. And for him at this stage in my life to be like playing my songs on the radio, it's like really crazy to me, man. You know, I'm humble, like I said, man, and everything's new to me. I've only even been putting out music for just 2 years now, just over 2 years now. So all these great experiences, even when I got to talk to you, even to have the opportunity to, you know, go back and forth with these little goofs on Instagram is still, you know, when my life wasn't this interesting, I would have wanted to do some of that shit. So I just feel blessed, man, and lucky. And yeah, man, that's about it.
Is there a video in the works in the future?
Bro, okay, let me tell you something interesting, okay? There was already a video that was supposed to be, I got to be careful what I'm saying here, and you guys will see why by the time I'm done saying it. But a well-known dominant 1% bike club. So if anybody knows what's up, if you know the 1%er clubs, I'm not going to say which one.
No.
But one of them actually invited me and Caleb because they showed up at our verified video shoot, kind of by accident. It was kind of a weird situation, but we actually got invited to shoot the video at their club. So we were trying to work out the logistics of getting that done. But with the travel thing from Caleb coming from Nova Scotia, he just had a baby just in that time and it never got done. But we were already supposed to have a video that would have blown people's mind, man, because they would have been really surprised to see us with who we would have been there with.
Dope, man.
But we still might make that happen. And shout out to them. They know who they are, man. I really appreciate the love and respect that I've been shown. You know what I mean? They don't owe me nothing at all. And I really respect the club. So, but I'm trying to still make that happen, man. And we're still going to really try to get that together because Giddy Up has the whole, Iron Horse at the same time, right? It's like,
it's great.
Giddy Up.
So it's great. I love it. It makes sense, man. I'm still a fan of Verified, by the way. If anybody hasn't listened to that one yet, that's still on my playlist, bro.
Yo, man, I got to tell you a quick story, man.
Please do.
I talk a lot, but
please do, man.
My Caleb sent me a video today of a guy that I grew up with. He was the first person that gave me my first copy of the 36 Chamber Wu-Tang tape. He dubbed it for me. It was my first time I could take it home and just sit there and take it all in by myself. And he gave it to me, and Caleb sent me a video today, man, this morning, of a little boy dancing to Verified from top to bottom. And I'm like, bro, who is that? Who's this little boy? He's like, that's Matt Muirhead's son. Shout out to Matt Muirhead, man. And he's the guy that gave me that 36 Chamber tape. And to see the video of his son dancing to our song this many years later, bro. I was in elementary when he gave me that shit. So I was like, yo, man, like, it was just really cool, man. It was full circle, and it was really dope, man. So Verified's still going hard, bro. People still.
You guys it's fire, man. It's and once it's fire, it doesn't go out, man. It's a hit, man. I'm telling you.
It's good to know you're inspiring the youth for the tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's nice to know that.
Yeah, bro, that's important, man, because like at the end of the day, man, you guys already know, man, we're already older, we're already set in our ways, but the youth, bro, they got a fresh slate. They can do whatever they want. They can make the world whatever they want it to be, and they can do it, and we just got to keep reminding them of that, because maybe enough guys didn't remind us of that when we were that age. Maybe we thought that there wasn't as many options for us as we now know that there is, and we know that the sky's the limit, but back then we might not have known. So we just got to keep reminding all the young people that whatever they want, it's possible. And that's all I really stand for at the end of the day, man. You see it. I'm from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, man. I'm from small little tiny place, man. And I get to travel, do big concerts on big stages, some of the most prolific stages, get to meet interesting people, you know what I mean? All because I had the bravery to fucking project myself on a microphone and take a little gamble and be vulnerable in front of the world. So, you know what I mean? Take your gamble. No risk, no reward.
100%, man.
There it is.
100 fucking
Social
percent.
Savage on Shooting the Shit podcast, people. You know,
Andrew, man, it's a true pleasure to have you on, man. We always love
Yes, sir.
discussing and talking with you, man, shooting the shit, bro. Don't be shy, bro. Now that you're out of jail on Instagram, at least I know I can hit you up in two different ways now. He ain't avoiding
man.
people. He ain't avoiding you, man. He ain't avoiding you. He was just locked up in Instagram jail. But
I
man,
promise, man. Like, you guys know, man. I love you guys, man. Like, honestly, like the first time I did the podcast with you guys, man, I was so happy and impressed, man. And I wish that podcast, from the way that you guys approach things, I wish that was more popular than getting on and attacking people and trying to belittle people and making them, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, real recognize real, and you guys have your fan base, and those are the ones you want. You don't want those other people watching your shit anyway, man.
Nah, man.
Side, you know what I mean? To the people that are like-minded, and let the outsiders go do their thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly, my man. Exactly. But bro, don't be shy. If there's anything you ever want to discuss and talk about, shoot shit some more, man. Holler at me. We'll get you back on, bro. But
yes, sir.
Guys, thank you for being both on. Bam. Have a good night, boys.
Yeah.
We're gonna play "Giddy Up" by Andrew Winter and Caleb Simmons. Peace.
Yeah, appreciate it, boys. Love you guys, man.
All right, man. Love you too, man.
On me finna blow that. Kicking down the door and get the dough back. You know I ain't fucking around, you know that. 600 Benzo, chopping blades on the 20-inch Lorenzos. Bad bitch, baby, you can bring your friends too. In the backseat, fogging up the windows. I got the drip with it, I got the juice with it. Like K said, bitch, get loose with it. I got the drip with it, I got the juice with it. Like K said, bitch, get loose with it. I said, take it to the floor, back it up, then stop. Bust it for a Scotian, turn around, then drop. What they gonna do when the North's on top? Money piling up, boy, the band's about to pop.
You know what it is, baby girl. Hear me when I say you're my Beyonce. You know what it is, baby girl. When you wanna leave, you coming with me, yeah. Hey, and you know that. So you wanna ride with me downtown, sliding, spinning, drop the top at the ball, let the titties out. Cause I just wanna have fun. Me, I'm just trying to get some. You're fucking with a real young gun, so they giddy up now, giddy up now. Looking all fucked up, hit you on your knees till your legs go down. I started this party, that's what it is, shorty. I'ma come clean it on my son, yeah. Cause you know she wanna leave with my niggas and life is a party.